Hi, welcome to Peter69's channel. This is going to be a video on, if you only own one gun, what would the smart choice be, in my opinion. Apologize for the light in advance. We're working inside due to weather conditions, and I've yet to get a studio set up at this new house, so here we go. As far as the one gun thing goes, well, I think realistically, it's going to have to be a handgun. I don't want it to be. I'm a rifle guy. Clearly. Sneak peek. But, just for concealability reasons, it's going to have to be a handgun. So, accepting the fact that it has to be a handgun, what are some criteria that it's going to have to meet? Because it's going to have to meet some. Well, I think first off, it needs to be concealable. And when I say concealable, I don't mean, well, you can hide a Glock 17. No, I mean, like, you could wear this to the beach. You could wear this while at the gym. You could take this gun anywhere. Okay, so with that, what are the options really? Well, in my mind, there's only 3 companies really worth considering. If you have ones that are on my list, I'm sorry. These are just the ones I would look at. So, first off, Glock 42 and 43. And then you have Smith & Wesson with the Bodyguard 380 and the Shield 9mm. And then you'd have, oh yeah, I almost forgot one, the Glock 26. I was sorry, I was distracted and not even thinking about that when I was talking about Glocks. And then you have SIG, which has the P238, P938, and the SIG P224, which I'm not going to discuss in this video. It's going to get its own video here in a minute, so if you want to know why it's not being considered in this list, go watch it. It should be posted the same day as this video. Probably just a little bit afterwards, actually. Okay, so of that list, we're going to need guns, in my opinion, in 9mm for several reasons. Hitting power, cost mainly. Really cost over hitting power. I think 380 does way more damage than people give it credit for. But just cost-wise, you have to go 9mm. So that leaves the 26, the 43, the Shield, and the P938. Like I said, there are some other options. You have like the M&P Compact and the XD Subcompact. I don't like those, therefore they aren't on my list. Not saying they aren't good guns. So, now with that qualified, we need a gun that you could fight with. Well, all 4 of those guns, because of my selection, meet that criteria. You could run any one of those guns for quite a while before size and recoil really became an issue. Okay, so, and now for the last criteria, it's going to have to be able to do things other than be a tiny carry gun. What do you mean, Peter69? Well, it's your only gun, okay? You need something that's going to be able to do home defense. You need something that's going to be able to be, zombie apocalypse, the world is ending, Nazis are attacking, whatever the fuck scenario you want to come up with as to why you need a rifle and a handgun. It needs to be that handgun, combat sidearm. It needs to do a lot of shit. Now, of all those guns mentioned, pretty much the only one that can do all of these things that I would consider to purchase would be a Glock 26. Okay, like I said, 224. Go watch its own video. As far as the other subcompact double stacks that are out there on the market, none of them compete size-wise, weight-wise, capacity-wise, and everything else with the Glock 26. None of them have 33-round magazines you can purchase for them, which is a factor in this. If I had to pick, one gun to run forever as my only defensive option, that I would need to carry with me all day, everywhere, but yet at the same time be, a fucking go to war type of thing, it's gonna be the Glock 26 or Glock 27 if you're going in 40. I wouldn't buy it in 40, but you can. I think I led us down a pretty sound judgment on that path. I mean, I know there's fans out there of the M&P Compact and the XD Compact. Sorry, Subcompact. And like I said, I don't really have a valid argument against those guns other than they're guns I wouldn't pick. Okay? I like the M&Ps. I think the M&P Compact is too big to fill the Glock 26 role and too small to fill the Glock 19 role, so I see no purpose to it. The XD, I hate the Springfield XD. I owned one a little while back because I found it for $300, and I'd always kind of bashed on them because I thought they were a piece of shit gun that they charged way too much money for. The month or so I had my Springfield XD pretty much confirmed that for me. I have no desire to own another one. And honestly, I think the XDM is worse than the XD. So, I just don't like Springfield Armory's polymer guns. Leads us back to Glock. So, as much as I'd hate to really admit it, mainly because there's a whole bunch of idiots on the line who own a Glock and love a Glock simply because it's the only gun they've ever owned, it's the only gun they've ever really used, it's the only gun they've ever even shot. Therefore, it's awesome. Anything you have must suck. I don't like those guys, but there's a reason why there are so many of them for that particular gun. And I'm not even going to mention the fact that it's actually affordable. So, if you're just getting into guns, and you are like, well, what gun should I buy? I would tell you to get a Glock 26. A lot of people would say get a Glock 19. I think that's bad advice. The Glock 26 with a pinky extension shoots identically to the Glock 19, in my opinion. Without the pinky extension, it does rock a little bit in your hand, and the recoil is a little sucky. But the good thing about the +2 base plate on there, besides the fact it gives your pinky a place to hang out, is the fact you get 2 more rounds. Who doesn't love that? And like I said, you'd have, G19 or 17 mags with a gapper on them. So you have a G19, you have a G17, if you want one. Basically. I mean, there's some debate about barrel length, but in reality, the only time I would take it into consideration is if you're talking the G26 versus the G34, I think it is. Yeah, it's the 9mm. The G34, which is the long slide. Okay, there's a considerable difference. There's almost twice as long. At that point, I would start opting for the longer barreled one. Before that, not so much. Anyway, hope you guys found this helpful. The other good thing about Glocks is if it is going to be your only one and only gun, they last forever pretty much in 9mm. You can replace everything on it anytime you want with nothing but a 1/4 inch punch and whatever tools you need for the sights. The sights on the Glock actually need a specific tool, a hammer, a punch, and a bunch of other shit. Anyway, hope you guys found this helpful. Be sure to thumbs up the video, subscribe, do all the rest of that bullshit. I'll see you guys on the next one.